I'm a huge believer in lifelong learning. Having an arsenal of mentors and coaches is extremely important. I think as a leader, you ought to never feel like if you've reached the pinnacle of intelligence, that constant improvement, constant learning is part of the process, and it never quits, because the world changes at a rapid pace. But I had a mentor tell me one time is that there's not a problem that's ever existed in the world that somebody hasn't already experienced and written a book about.
That's
And
right.
I believe that, right? So, so I'll tell you a great story. My very first coach, he was an amazing guy who made a very big impact on my company, but me as well. When I started the organization, I was a bit overwhelmed by the idea of being CEO of a bank. I was 38 years old. I had really no business doing it, but thank goodness for me, the FDIC at the time was letting about anybody who could raise capital become CEOs of banks. So this mentor, I had one of my directors, I said, I've got to find a coach. And he gave me the name of a guy. The guy said, yeah, I'll come in and we'll chat. He was from this area. And he walked into my office and he looked around, and I had 3 books on my shelf. And he said, is this your library? I said, yes. He said, I can't work with you. I said, what do you mean? He said, you aren't committed to being a learner. And he said, I'm not prepared to work with somebody that can't be a learner. I said, whoa. He said, you've drawn a conclusion too quick here.
Quickly, yeah.
So today, 20 years later, I have over 1,000 books in that library. And not just how many books I read a month. I try to read at least 3 books a month, but I also try to keep 4 or 5 mentors that have accomplished things that I want to accomplish around all the time. And you have to be respectful of a mentor's time. They're very busy people, and you shouldn't have to have them build an agenda for you, but a quick lunch or a quick breakfast, and be prepared with a handful of questions that you have issues that you want to attack. You'd be surprised how many quality, successful business people would be willing to commit their time to helping other people. So I just think that's an important tool for all leaders to remember, and for anybody, whether you're a leader or not, but for leaders especially.
Fantastic.